Okay, I think we are live on here at this point now. So hello and welcome everyone to bone breathing. This is a very deep internal cleanse for our entire body. My name is Jackie, and thank you for joining us. A little bit about me. First, to get started, I am a spiritual medium. I'm a healer and an energy activator. For what that means is I basically open a portal space between everything living on this planet to source. This portal allows a bridge of vibration to be connected between whether it be you or a tree or plant or the water, whatever it might be, to source so that you can open up that space in order to receive whatever is meant for you in that moment. And so that's what I do. And I'm really excited to be here because this is a type of meditation that I was introduced to last year. And it was something I had never heard of before. So when I looked it up, I actually went into a website that I believe they pronounce it Yoki or Yochi. I'm not sure exactly on the pronunciation, but a woman by the name of Marissa Cranfell does a lot of Qigong, and she does the bone breathing. And so the technique that I'm sharing with you guys today, I learned from Marissa, and I am also going to show during the meditation a chart that she created in order to help us all understand what we're focusing on in the body as far as the bones go. And I'll go into detail with that in a little bit. But I'm really excited to be here because, like I said, this was something that I had never heard about before, and I found it incredibly helpful when we're going into an emotional deep cleanse with the body, because it's very common for us to feel through our pains and symptoms what we might be storing in the body. But if you're like me, I never really thought about the fact that the bones were holding the energy as well. So let's talk about the bones a little bit before we actually get into the meditation part. Let me give you an example actually on why this type of meditation can be so incredibly beneficial to begin with. And I'm going to do that by explaining the difference between going for a walk in nature and just doing it casually, as opposed to going for a walk in nature and being fueled. So if you are taking a walk in nature and you are walking with your phone in hand, or maybe you've got earbuds or something like that on, and you're actually paying attention to the technology, or maybe you're paying attention to the person that you're talking to or the music that you're listening to, and you're not actually paying attention to what your feet are walking on, the environment that you're actually walking in, then you're taking a natural, casual walk, and that's great. You are going to receive benefits from that. However, you are actually missing out on quite a bit because you are not being in that moment of the walk with intention of fueling. Okay, that's the difference. When you take a walk in nature and you're thinking, I'm going out in order to breathe in all the beauty that is around me, to breathe with the trees that are actually giving me oxygen, breathing in the colors, breathing in the textures of the things that you see and that you feel around you. This is the difference, because everything in nature, everything involved with Gaia is our fueling system. Our physical body fuels off of Gaia. And so I want to highly encourage you that when you're able to do something with intention of pulling something from it, that's a big difference as far as how you're going to feel afterwards. So put your back on a tree when you go out, and breathe with the tree. Maybe touch the flowers and smell them. Bring all of these things into all 5 of your senses. Let all 5 of your senses be active and engaged when you're in this walk. And that is what is going to change your experience forever. If you've never done this before, I highly encourage you, try it once. And I think you'll really like how it turns out and how you feel afterwards, just by merely changing and putting the intention of fueling during your walk in nature. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be experiencing that intention through our work today in this meditation. We're going to use our intention to go into the bones so that we can actually connect with the things that we've been perceiving through nature. We're going to use her as our fueling system with a pure, honest intention. Now, the bones are the deepest layer of our body. They tell our life story. The marrow that's within the bones is a spongy red substance that is made up of red and white living cells. They do connect energetically to our kidneys and to our immune system. They help to bring balance to them, and then they also help them and the other organs in our body to work better together. So it's bringing harmony. Now, as we get older, what happens if we're not taking care of our bones specifically, then they can dry out and degenerate. The red marrow can turn to a yellow color, which would signify that there's stagnant energy now in the bones. We can help the bones by manifesting greater circulation through them. And if you're asking how can you do that, it's by drawing in nature. It's by drawing in what we call life force. Sometimes we call it chi. And we pull that into play. When we draw that in, it's going to stimulate and circulate that energy. It starts with a thought. It manifests at some point into an emotion that creates a feeling, and then we create an action from there. So I hope that makes sense. So again, because we're talking about circulation in the bones today, we are nourishing from nature. In order to do this, we're doing it from nature. We're doing it from the life force. We're doing it from creator source, bringing all of this in. And I'm going to try to stick with specific terms so that you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll probably say golden light. I might say chi. You might hear me say life force. So anytime I say those words, I'm talking about what's fueling us. I'm talking about source, creator, God, nature, Gaia. Okay, all of these beautiful things on this planet that are here to help us. Now, once we breathe in this golden light, this chi, this life force, it's going to stimulate the circulation through the bones. And with our intention, we can then purge out anything that's old or dense that's stored inside the bone. So there's going to be a process to that. Now, the dense energy could be old memories. They could be pain. They could be trauma. They could be genetic information from our ancestors, or they could be other toxic energy or stagnant energy that we've been holding on to. The dense energy can sometimes make us feel heavy. It can make us feel confused, sluggish, stressed, unmotivated, out of alignment, and pain in the bones, and the list goes on. There's a variety of different things that any one person can experience when we're feeling heaviness in the bones. And now when we clear it out of the bones again align with the natural vibe of the universe when this happens, and it comes back into harmony with nature. We're going to draw the breath in order to do this process. So as we do the meditation, I will guide you through every bit of it, and we will be using the breath to bring that life force, that chi, that golden light in. Okay, so it's going to be by way of the breath. You will feel it intentionally sometimes, even through the skin, through your nose, and even through your hair. Okay, because it's very, all of that is very sensitive to what we're going to be doing as we go into the bone breathing. Moving the breath in and around the bones to stimulate and circulate the energy in the tissues and the blood is what we're going to get into. And just know that this is a very deep level of a transformation. It does help calm your emotions. And these, it also creates a nice mental clarity at the same time. Please know that if you do feel any heaviness, any warmth, or any tingling throughout the meditation that you're doing, that these are common sensations that one can feel when they're doing the cleansing. So today I'm going to be taking you through the guided version of this, and I'm going to open up space soon for Thich Nhat Hanh to come through. He brings in a very beautiful energy of compassion and gentle healing through this meditation as we attune to the bones and unify with this life force breath and circulate it through them. Before I bring him in, I want to talk about the areas that we will be focusing on through the meditation. Now, in this meditation also, you may want to be sitting. You may like to have your feet barefoot on the floor so that you actually feel connected to Mother Earth. If you're more comfortable lying down, then just know that you'll be lying down, but you are grounding, okay? Bring in if you're watching and recording, pause and go grab anything that you might need in order to make sure that you have the props that are help you be comfortable. If you have any low back pain, maybe bring a pillow up under your knees. This relaxes the low back. When you do that, if you feel like you need a blanket, I have my meditation blanket hanging up behind me today that my dear friend Alicia made for me, and I really enjoy being able to have this available because it's, like I said, it's my meditation blanket. And what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you all these different locations that we're going to be breathing into the spine. And so there are going to be times where you might open your eyes because you might be looking, okay, where's she put it? Where are we breathing into next? And that's okay. This isn't the kind of meditation that you have to keep your eyes closed the whole time. All right. I will be, I will talk about the different places, but know that that I will also have a screen share up with that diagram from Marissa so that you can see the different places on the body that we're talking about. So let's talk about these places now. So these are basically called the chi bone gateways. And it's where life force is combined in order to push it through the bones. And there are 5 of them. So the first one that we'll talk about is at the sacral joint. And that is basically at the dimples of your SI joint on the tailbone. Okay, so the sacrum is right back at your tailbone. And if you put your fingers back there, there's little dimples. And right in there is what we call the sacral. Okay, that's our sacral spot. And it pushes the chi up the spine. Okay, the next place is called C7, which is behind the throat. So don't worry about being trying to find exactly where something like this is. you, even just putting your hand on the back of your neck, you're going to be touching and activating the spot. And so, so that's the second one. And then if you drop your hand down a little bit lower, we're going down into the T5, which is basically between your shoulder blades. And then if you reach your hand behind your back, down a little further, kind of near the bottom of the ribs, then we're at the T11 spot. And then the last one is right here in the front at the sternum, and it's the CV17. And so I'm going to share the screen and bring up the actual diagram. And I'm going to leave that diagram up so that you guys can continue to look and see the diagram in order to make sure that you're breathing through the right places. So let me go ahead and attempt to share this screen. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that that is up on our screen at this point. So you can see the places that we talked about. And we're going to go ahead and activate them now. It's a really easy process. What we're going to do is we're going to tap on each one of these places one at a time. And then you're going to take your hands and make a little circle on those bones. We're going to smile. We're going to unify our loving energy into those places. So we're going to tap and turn them on before we even go into the meditation, because again, I want you to go ahead and, in case you're looking and watching me and the screen, you'll be more familiar with them. Okay, so let's start again with the sacral. So if you bring your hands back there at the sacral bone, and then you're just going to start tapping, just a little light tap, your fingertips onto the bone there at the sacral, and then start making just a little circular motion. Begin to smile into that part of the body, just bringing your intention of smiling into it. Good. Okay. And then now we're going to go to the C7 behind the back of the neck at the throat. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to tap lightly onto the C7. You can use one hand or both hands. Please know that if you have any trouble touching any of these places in the body, all you have to do is draw your attention to them and do it in your mind. Okay. It's energy. It's still effective that way. Okay. Then little rubbing circles on the C7. Circular rubbing, loving, smiling into it. All right, and then drop your hand down a little bit further between the shoulder blades and start tapping in that direction. We're going toward the T5. Just nice gentle taps, making a circular motion. Bringing your intention, activating these gateways, smiling into your T5. Good. And now maybe bring your other hand, if you can reach back there a little lower at the bottom of the ribs to T11, tapping there. making gentle little circular motions as we connect to it, smiling into it. Okay, good. All right. And then last, the C17 here at the sternum. So light little taps. Little light taps, little gentle circular motions. Smiling into it. Good. Okay, so we have now activated all of the gateways that we are going to periodically be moving our breath and our intention through as we do the meditation. So I'm going to invite you now that we're going to be getting started. And my picture just went away. Not really sure why the picture went away, but I'm still here. So, okay, I will just describe to you. Evidently, that's what they wanted. So I will describe to you what, let me just make sure I'm still live. Okay. Where these key points are. Again, I will describe them in detail when we are breathing in and through them. Okay, everyone. So getting everything together that you wanted to bring. Before I do the meditation, I usually like to take a little aroma of an essential oil. I use Young Living. doTERRA is another one, but I chose Valor today. Valor is a oil blend, and it's made up of spruce, blue tansy, frankincense, and let me see what the other one is, rosewood. So it's interesting because the Valor is said to be a chiropractor in a bottle, which we're talking about. Chiropractors adjust bones. So I thought, oh, how funny that they wanted me to use the Valor. My guides directed me to the Valor today. So I think that that's pretty fun. Okay. So anything else that you want to get before, if you need a drink of water, I might do that myself before we get started. Okay, so like I said, because I am an energy activator, I am going to set space now to open up a portal, open up the channel for you to be able to connect it to your own angels and guides in order to bring through the vibration that is ideal for you at this moment while you're doing the meditation. So I'm going to bring that in now. And I am also now going to open up space, asking Thich Nhat Hanh, who's been patiently here waiting, opening up the space now for him to come through and to connect to you through here as well. So you may feel him come through your heart chakra. If you begin to feel any tingling, any warmth through your heart chakra, know that that is his connection. He will be guiding through me this meditation. I am very, very honored to have been chosen to pull his loving, gentle energy through for you guys. Not only today, but again, whenever you listen and choose to do this meditation, you will be connected etherically to the energy and vibration that you are meant to receive at that time. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. Allow your shoulders to relax back and down, feeling the spine is long and tall. One of the main things that Thich Nhat Hanh brought to me when he asked about joining into this meditation, and these were his words, that when you cleanse the body, the bones in general, of the heavy energy that is no longer benefiting the body to carry around, that is true freedom. And so he's saying that we are bringing our body and the energy that is heavy and dense, as we release it, we bring the body into a vibration of nothingness. And that may sound like an interesting word, but nothingness is what he says is freedom. He's reminding me of quite a few years ago, I would go to a Buddhist meditation, and we would always in the meditation say these words that I am hearing in my mind right now is gate gate para gate parasam gate bodhisvaha, and it means gone, 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 beyond, gone, utterly beyond. And it is a realization of nothingness. And it doesn't mean nothing at all. It means emptiness. It means that you're not attached to anything, especially not your own perceptions and ideas, so that you can see life clearly. And so he wants you to think about that today, that what you're doing is bringing you into a place of clarity through your bones. Allow your palms now to face upward as we become into a receiving mode from source and the universe. We let that flow down into our body. Inhale, breathing in through your nose. And feel the air come in through the nostrils with a cool temperature. When you're exhaling, feel the warm air moving out of your nose. On each breath, feeling the air moving in, drawing maybe deeper now, feeling the awareness of it in your throat. Maybe in the next breath, drawing the awareness all the way down into your lungs. And then in your next breath, I'd like you to pull it from the lungs into the belly. And then in the next breath from the belly, when you exhale, draw the belly back in towards your spine and see if you can actually breathe all the air out of the lungs I call this a double exhale, breathing all the way out. Open your mind as you're breathing. Open your heart. Opening your body to receive this light. Open and receptive to the light of and from the universe. Allow yourself to become aware of your body by being aware of your breath first. Feel the breath from the belly move up like a wave in an ocean, up through your lungs and up into your head. And just ride this wave for just a few moments, a few breaths. Breathing in, it rides up. And when you breathe out, it rides down. Now begin to feel the breath as you're breathing in into the third eye, in between the eyebrow center. And imagine breathing in and out through this space of the third eye. Bring the breath down again into your throat and breathe it here. Bringing it down into your heart and breathe it here. Thich Nhat says, I am here with you today. Walk with me now, walking deeper into your own body. Let me show you who you truly are inside. Breathe in and out. Feel the breath now deeper into your skin. Maybe rub your fingers together. And as you gently rub them together, feeling that sensation. Feeling the expansion and the contraction of the skin with each breath that you take. It's a very subtle movement that requires no effort, and yet you become the observer, watching it and feeling it. And as you watch the breath, ask it to manifest into your skin. Being able to feel that sensation in, out. Good. In and out. Bring awareness now into your muscles, because beneath the skin, our muscles are relaxing more deeply and with each breath that we take. If any of them are tight, turn them loose. No tension, just relaxation. And again, watch the breath here. Ask it to manifest into your muscles and feel the sensations in the muscles. Breathing in, out, in, out. Now bring your awareness from the muscles into your bones. Each bone being held together by muscles and tissues. We watch the breath. We ask it to manifest within our bones, to feel the sensations. Within the bones, we hold our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It's a constant movement of energy and vibration. Breathing in and out. As we move deeper now into the meditation, working into activating each bone in the body, Thich Nhat Hanh and I will guide you through each part of the body now as we pay attention and attune into each of the bones. We will breathe this golden light that comes from Mother Earth. This is our life force, our chi, that we visualize it in order to connect on a deeper level within our own body. This light is going to travel through our bones and unify this energy. Let's begin with the fingers. Become aware of the bones and the tips of your fingers. Maybe rub the fingers together again and sense the breath of the skin. And now feeling the bones, sensing the bones in the tips of your fingers. Awareness of their size, the shape, the weight of the bones in your fingers. And now feel the energy of the universe, source, as it touches your fingers. Maybe imagine that you could touch Gaia directly with the dirt. And we breathe in this beautiful source energy as golden light into the bones of our fingers. And we pull it up through the fingers into your wrist. There's no reason to move any parts of the body. You can just simply think about them mentally with me as we go through them. Into the wrist, into your elbows, and into your shoulders. Feel the bones of your shoulder blades. Awareness of the cervical spine. And up into the skull. Breathing this golden light from our source energy into the skull, into the eye sockets, into the bones of the cheeks, into the jaw, and even into your teeth. Awareness now of the collarbones. Breathing this golden light into the collarbones. Breathing it into the ribs of the rib cage, both front and back. Feel their size, their shape, and their weight. Feel as the ribs meet in front, being held together now by the sternum. Breathing into the bone of the sternum and feeling the golden light coming in. Breathing in and out. Next, we bring the awareness down into our toes. We feel our toes connected to Mother Earth. And we sense the skin of the toes. We're sensing beneath into the bones now of the toes. And we draw the beautiful golden light in through the bones of the toes, up through your feet, through the ankles, the knees, into the femur, into your hips, and into your pelvis. Feel the sacrum and breathe into the sacrum. And feel the golden light. Now bring your awareness up through the spine, back up to the skull again. Feel the bones from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes. Activating the golden light now, moving with ease and grace through every single bone in your body now as it resonates, restores, bringing that light within. From the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes. bringing in this beautiful light, life force, chi, into all of the bones of your body. Open your mind, open your heart. As you open the light within the bones of your body, breathing in, breathing through, and breathing out. Imagine feeling the entire body, every bone in the body feeling illuminated and feeling golden in color. Bring your awareness back into your heart center now. For in your heart center is where this golden light resides at all times. It's a constant flow in and out. And Thich Nhat Hanh is saying that when you come into this space of your heart, he goes, today I am here with you there. So as you come into your heart, he says, I meet you there. I would like you to bring in your energy and vibration and meet me here today. He goes, for I know that when you come into your heart center today, you are holding thoughts, questions, you're holding expectations and looking for answers. And he says, I'd like you to come and hold this space in your heart with me today with these thoughts, questions, maybe things that your body is holding on to that you would like to know more about. He says, and breathe with me here in the heart center and leave these questions here. He goes, because we are about to move through the marrow where we begin to cleanse the marrow. And as we do that, he says, we will focus on these things that you are bringing into your heart today, that you have brought into this meditation. So I'm going to give you a moment to just spend time with him in your heart chakra, in your heart center. All right, let us continue. We breathe next into the marrow of our bones. Allow your hands now to face the earth, allowing the energy of the body to connect with the earth. Begin by breathing again into your skin, allowing the energy of Mother Earth to come in through your fingers, just like we did before, feeling it come in, maybe a little bit of sensation in through your fingers and through the skin, as we connect with love and appreciation. We breathe in from Mother Earth, a nourishing vibration. This is the chi of the planet, and it is a love that we can sense as a golden mist. So as we breathe into the marrow, we pull this beautiful, loving, divine energy, this light in as a golden mist this time. Imagine that you could sip it into your fingers like you are sipping through a straw, pulling a liquid up into your mouth. You are drawing this mist in to the bones of your fingers, filling you up, bringing your awareness into your breath, and that every time you breathe in, you're pulling it into the bones. As you do, you continue to relax more deeply with each breath that you take. relaxed but mental clarity. You're thinking about each one of your bones. As we think about the fingers now and the bones in the fingers, we're going to go even more inward now into the marrow of the bones. And as we breathe this golden mist into the red marrow of the bones, feeling them sip it in, drawing it in, pulling that energy into every bone of your hand. Feeling the energy in the marrow as it absorbs this chi energy. Maybe feel it as sensation, pulsation. Maybe you feel it as heat or coolness, but receive these sensations. And now this time, when you exhale, I'd like you to imagine that you're releasing any old, stagnant, or dense energy out. And you can use your exhale to do this. It's going to return to source as it does. So when you breathe into the bones, you're breathing in the golden mist. And when we're breathing out, you're pushing out the dark, denser energy that's heavy and stagnant, returning it back to source. Any energy that is no longer in alignment with our highest potential releases back to source. This is an illumination process. Light in and dark out. We're going to use this process through the whole body, again, through all of the bones. And you can do an external breath, like if you want to, when you're breathing out the old stagnant energy. Some of you may feel that dark, dense energy when you're breathing out as dark or murky in color, but just trust your inner guidance is showing you, and allow these visualizations that you get to flow with your breath. If you feel any emotions arise at this time, allow them to come. Allow them to go. Use your breath and let them wash through you. We bring this energy up now from the hands into the arms and into the elbows. You're breathing in the golden mist, and remember, when you're exhaling out, you're breathing out the dense energy. Whatever it is, you don't even have to know what it is that's going out. Again, you're just using that intention, light in, dark out. As you bring it all the way up into your shoulders, if you tighten your glute muscles, we activate the pelvic girdle and we hold that energy in for a moment, and then bring it in to the collarbones. Bring it into your shoulder blades, and then into your C7 behind the neck, at the back of the neck, behind the throat. When you're exhaling and you feel the dense energy, it's releasing out of your body. Inhale, you're bringing that mist into the marrow, bringing it in now up into the skull. Feeling the marrow of the entire skull now. Move through the skull. Maybe you're moving through emotions. Maybe you're moving through sensations. Welcome them. No resistance, no fear, just love. This beautiful golden mist filling up the red marrow of the skull. Begin to relax your hands, knowing that your upper body is now filled with this beautiful chi energy. It is now radiant and nourished. with beautiful divine love, that your marrow is bright red. The whole upper body is filled with this golden mist. Good. Now we move back down to the toes again, feeling each bone of the toes, feeling the skin and its connection. We breathe in through the sensation of the skin into the bones of the toes, and we draw that golden mist from Mother Earth up into the bones of the feet, bringing it up into your ankles, bringing it up higher into your knees and into your hips, bringing the awareness into the sacrum, the tailbone, where we activated the sacrum gateway, allowing the sacrum, from the sacrum to the toes, to be filled with this beautiful golden mist. And remember, when you're exhaling, the dense energy is being released out and going back to source. Take a few moments again to activate and breathe into the marrow of the bones of the lower body, from the toes to the hips and to the sacrum. Breathing into the marrow of the bones of your spine. Feel the whole spine from the tip of the tailbone and then all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to the skull. We bring it up to the T5 between the shoulder blades. Hold your breath there for just a moment in the T5. Again, that's right between the shoulder blades, and allow it to nourish that space for a moment, feeling it in the marrow of the bones of the spine at the T5 between the shoulder blades, feeling the whole lower body now clear, bright red in color. Breathing in to the lower body. Taking a moment now to fill the entire body with this golden mist into the marrow, feeling the marrow of every bone from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes, breathing into the marrow. And then take a nice big exhale, pushing out the remaining parts of that dense energy that was stagnant in the marrow. We move now into energizing the marrow. Imagine that as you energize, you strengthen the marrow of every bone in your body. We use the breath to do this as well. But this time on the exhale, instead of exhaling through the breath, we're actually going to hold the breath for a moment. We're going to allow it to come in and actually nourish as we're doing it. So when we do, the oxygen of the breath is going to nourish the marrow of the bones. So inhale, imagining that you're drawing in the nourishing energy into your hands and into your feet at the same time. At the same time, we're coming in now through the fingers and through the toes. And we're breathing in that nourishing golden mist or golden light, however you choose to see it this time. It's all coming in and it's combining at the T5. So at the T5 is that space between the shoulder blades. I'd like you to breathe into the T5 here now, and then hold the breath for a moment. Let it nourish. Breathing out whenever you're ready. Begin to contract your glute muscles again, your bottom, as we engage the pelvic girdle. And we bring that light all the way in now up into the C7. So we're going back into the back of the neck, the back of the throat. And we're going to breathe that energy through your fingers, through your toes. You're breathing it all the way up, bringing it all the way into the C7 this time. And then hold your breath there at the C7 and let it nourish. When you're ready to exhale, just exhale and relax completely. All right, this time inhale again through fingers and toes, combining that energy. We bring it all the way up to the T11. So this is the spot at the bottom of the ribs on the spine. So above the sacrum, but at the bottom of the ribs, the T11, we're going to draw this beautiful mist all the way up into T11. When you're ready, hold your breath with that mist and let it nourish at the T11. Draw it up through T5, through the shoulder blades. Draw it all the way up into C7 at the back of the neck. Good. We're going to do that again. When you're ready, breathe the golden mist. Breathe it all the way in from the fingers and the toes, drawing it all the way up through the sacrum, through the T11, through the T5, up into C7 at the back of the neck, and then hold your breath there for a moment and let it nourish. Moving into the collarbones and into the ribs, we bring the chi through all of the ribs and we merge it into the sternum now. So we're going to do that again. We're rebreathing that loving mist into the sternum directly and into our heart center. When you feel that space at the CV17, at the sternum, when you're ready, you'll hold the breath there for a few moments and let it nourish there at the sternum. And when you do exhale, just try to relax completely. Let's do that one more time. We're going to breathe in through the fingers and the toes. We're pulling the golden mist up through the fingers and the toes, through the whole body. We bring it up through to the spine, into the sacrum. You're pulling that mist now up through T11 at the base of the ribs, up through the T5, through the shoulder blades, to C7 at the back of your neck, over through the skull. We're going to bring it into the collarbones, into the ribs, and around to the sternum. And then breathe into the sternum. Imagine every one of them now activated. Every single one of them is glowing through the golden mist, feeling the life force, the chi, as it runs through the entire body now. We are into the marrow of the bones with this golden mist. See the marrow of the bones. See the golden mist. And then when you're ready, hold your breath for a few moments and let it nourish the marrow there. When you are ready to exhale, relax completely. Bring your awareness now back into the heart center, into this heart center, into this space that we lovingly stepped into, this loving space that Thich Nhat Hanh is resting at, where he is waiting with you, where he is helping you hold your energy and vibration for this meditation. He says, remember, I am here with you. Rest with me now for another moment. And in this space, let me share with you deeper messages, messages to the questions that you've been asking, messages to the heartfelt intentions that you have. As your body glows, as it circulates this beautiful energy in, around, and through the marrow of your bones, I am here in your heart. Come sit with me and let me share with you the deeper messages that are meant for you at this time. Relaxing your body more completely now. Smile within your heart and imagine every one of your bones now clean like quartz crystals, clear, pure, radiant. The red marrow now is vibrant and filled with light. Thich Nhat says you are loved. Allow yourself to be loved. Breathe with me, he says. Breathe with me into the cells, the tissues, the muscles, and the bones as we begin to awaken the body externally once again. Breathing into the entire left hemisphere of your body, awakening the left hemisphere. Breathing into the entire right hemisphere of your body, awakening and bringing in the right hemisphere of your body. Bringing your awareness into the midline of your body, bringing the awareness right into the midline, the center of the body. Left, right, left, right, left, right, center balance. Front, back, front, back, front, back, center balance. Gate, gate, parasam gate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, parasam gate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, parasam gate, bodhisvaha. Breathing into the body, breathing through, and breathing out. Bringing your awareness deeper now. Begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Bringing your conscious fully into the present moment of the here and the now. Begin to be aware of everything around you, the room you are in, the sounds and the vibrations of this room. Bringing your hands now into your heart, maybe just placing your hands over your heart chakra. Thanking Thich Nhat Hanh for being here within our heart centers today, running his beautiful, gentle energy in and through us, providing opportunities for us to explore and expand deeper within our own selves, our own consciousness. as we thank him for his time, his energy, and his wisdom. Begin to draw your hands now down into the belly and begin to circle your hands clockwise over the belly. We are at the sacrum, where we want to be, at the base of our chakra system, where our chi is stored. This is where we want to ground and connect with Mother Earth. So we rub clockwise with our hands over the sacrum area. Now counterclockwise, just spinning your hands counterclockwise over the sacrum as we continue now to condense this beautiful energy that we have awakened and cleansed in our body. We now condense it into the base of the chakras here, while it will remain vibrant and nourishing to us. Allowing your hands to just rest now. Allowing them to maybe just relax down by your sides. Let's take one more deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Arrived. When you're ready, slowly start to open up your eyes if you had them closed. And welcome back. All right. So I hope everyone is feeling calm, feeling nourished, feeling cleansed and pure. I want to thank Thich Nhat for coming today, for, again, blending with my energy to bring through this for you so that you could step deeper into your bones and lighten your load. He says, lighten the burdens that you carry. Lightening the burdens that you carry, so that there is true freedom that resides within you. So thank you everyone for joining. I do encourage you that if you have any questions at any time, you're always more than welcome to comment in the section of this video. I will periodically check these and message you personally if you do. Also, if you would like to share your experiences, I'm always excited to hear feedback on how you're doing, how the meditation goes. For me, it was very intense. There are a lot of when you're cleansing and purging the bones of the dense energy, maybe 2 to 4 days, please make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Yes, Thich is going, nourish. Nourish the physical body with water. Lots of water. The water will continue to purify and cleanse through the system, because there's a certain, when we do things like this, where there's an integration process of the energy. And so for the next 2 to 4 days, you're going to be integrating a lot of this. So drinking plenty of water, staying nourished, is very, very important. He also says to pamper the body here. Some of you may feel inclined to further detox through salt baths, like Epsom salt or deep sea salt, taking hot baths, foot baths. He's talking about foot baths. He's also talking about bringing oils, like we were talking about the essential oils. He's saying you can rub those onto your hands and onto your feet. And when you do that, these beautiful healing oils will move in and through your body. It's received through the blood once you put it on the topically on the body, and it will continue to help nourish and purify you as you are continuing this integration. He's very happy to those that step onto this path of their journey. He says this is a path that many tread lightly on, that many ignore completely because it is very deep. He says there is nothing to fear on this path, that there is pure joy and bliss in the end, and that you will forever feel different when cleansing and purifying your physical body. He says, time well spent. Time well spent. Yes. All right. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Bone breathing. Welcome. Congratulations for finishing your first, maybe you've had many bone breathing meditations. So for those of you live, I am going to stop the recording and I will come back and open up so that you can use your microphone in case you have any questions or want to chat for a little while. But everyone else, again, thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Thich Nhat Hanh says, good day.